Hello and welcome to another LEGO knockoff bootleg set review. This is Sheng Yuan Superhero set SY283, and basically all 8 figures are a copy of DC Superheroes from the 2015 LEGO Wave. Sheng Yuan is also pretty much copying every single set that's come out so far. They're going to be releasing copy sets. I might or might not review any of those depending on if I'm going to get enough views for them or not, because those are big sets and they are, they are priced by weight. Now, if I can get rid of the previous big Ninjago Snake Temple and the previous big sort of Avengers Jet bootleg set, then I can probably pick those up. But if I can't get rid of those without breaking even, then it's really not monetarily viable for me. I can't review all these big sets. I can review maybe 1 or 2 of them, but because I'm not earning enough to do that, I can't do it. So yeah, so I'll try. Hopefully, if I get enough extra cash, I can probably review one of those 2 sets, but most likely I'm going to stick to most minifigures. And for those of you thinking, well, what's the point? Sheng Yuan has been very consistent. Well, it hasn't, because the last few sets have had issues. So yeah, I'll definitely review the reissue of the Iron Man Lab, because they say it's probably an upgraded set, a slightly improved set, and you can probably see how much the bricks have improved or got worse. Who knows? So and after review that, I'm going to combine 2 Iron Man Lab sets and make a super big Iron Man lab set or something like that. Extend the set. But anyway, back to this. We got New 52 Batman. We got old Superman here. Not old version, but just same old Superman figure. Green Arrow, again, New 52 style. Scuba Gear Robin. Hawkman. Black Manta. Leonard Snot. He's so not cool with that name. And Sinestro, Captain Cold. So yeah, I already have problems with this set because it would make kind of more sense if these villains match the heroes, but I guess we already had like a Flash and Aquaman and stuff, so oh well. And Green Lanterns. Many Green Lanterns. Top of the box. If you want to take a closer look at the box art for the shoot of the figures, please feel free to head over to the Flickr link in the video description below. And back of the box shows you all the other figures in this set, and a basic assembly guide of all the accessories, weapons, and so on and so forth. And it still says Super Upgrade in the corner of the Super Jumper logo thingy, and some of these do have the crappy Super Jumper things. Well, Batman and Superman does. So the first one we have here is Superman, and yeah, talk about completely pointless reissues. It's just the same Superman as before that they've already bootlegged many times. Now he's got this red bar supposed to be laser eyes, so shouldn't he come with 2? So he's supposed to hold it and put it in front of his eyes and pretend that it's laser eyes. He's got a green super jumper and this sort of transparent thing to resemble that he's flying or something. The other one who has these as well as Batman, which shouldn't Hawkman have that instead of Superman? But anyway, by re-releasing this thing, they could have improved this figure, but they haven't really. Let me just get this off. He does have the secondary face. This is normally the face of the older Sheng Yuan stuff. And it does have back body print, so that's there. And of course the entire figure is the right scale and correct shape. Apart from the hair, they're still using the old goofy hair, and it just looks really silly compared to the official figure, and that's not cool. But apart from the hair, the rest of the figure is done pretty well. And the cape is furry on one side and just flat on the other, shiny, and it is a soft cape just like all the figures. But yeah, it seems like sort of a waste of space to have another Superman figure. If you don't already have a Superman figure, which even the official ones are cheap because they're all over the place, I don't see why you couldn't just get the official Superman figure instead of this one, because this one's kind of lame. You just have that there. What's slightly less lame is the new Batman figure that they've copied. And they copied the one with the black head with the face printed on. So the bat torso is printed very nicely. The head is also printed very nicely. And if I just turn them around, you see the back body print. Again, it's pretty good. And then he has the scuba gear printed. Again, this scuba gear is printed spot on. Very, very good coloring, very, very good silver metallic colors. It is a good fake Batman figure. Just be careful you don't mix it up with the official stuff. Oops, I'm dropping stuff all over the place. So, Batman, Superman. Let's go with Robin. He's got this scuba gear as well. And a little stage to hold all of his stuff, which I think is very useful. This yellow oxygen tank is slightly transparent. It reminds me of, you know, orange squash, you know, just concentrated orange juice in America and England, and you just mix it with more water, so it's not like diabetes inducing. And yeah, it's got that kind of weird color. I like that color, but it's definitely different from the solid coloring you get with official Lego stuff. Now the body print is actually a lot better than Lego because they actually have enough silver going on. Whereas the official Lego one, a bit of red is shining through because they didn't put enough paint on it, and that's really annoying for official Lego stuff because they don't use enough white paint or whatever paint to go underneath. Sheng does, they do use enough paint, so this Robin figure is the body anyway in terms of print. It's definitely better than official Lego. Yeah, helmet print's also very nice as well, that scuba gear print, it's just good looking. The Lego purists are screaming at typing at the monitor, how dare you say this is better than Lego? Well, sorry, but the print is, and as much as I love the official Lego figure that I have in my cupboard, it's, yeah, the print sucks, so, yeah. Next we have the Green Arrow New 52 figure. Of course, the difference of this, Deku has already released the SDCC Comic Con version, and the difference between this and the SDCC Comic Con version is the SDCC version has printed legs and a green hood. This one has a drop down hood and no printed legs. The hair is also a weird yellow kind, that's just off that hair, so that's not good. Head off. So there he is. Just quickly show the back of his body. Again, the print there is pretty good. Deku didn't mess up the print on the back because they didn't put any coloring on it, so it's just like a flat color. The hood piece is a rubber piece, but it's not as soft as the official Lego one, so it's actually kind of tough. Just gonna stick his hair back on there. There's also a bit more obvious molding line on his hairpiece, so he's wearing a toupee, I think. Next we have Hawkman. Right here. Again, the torso print is very nice. He's got a mace. You know, very decent print. And just says helmet off, helmet comes off very easily. Face print is decent as well. Now that chest piece just reminds me of Thundercats. There's his back. Pretty good. I think the gold helmet's slightly less even compared to the official Lego one. Just a tight bit. And there's a few more, you can see more of the molding dots there on the plastic, but you know, aside from that, it does fit fine on the figure. Captain Cold has his cold gun, of course. It builds fine, doesn't fall apart, so that's good. I've experienced a few bad Sheng builds recently, of pieces not quite fitting well together. There's the front again, the white is a lot whiter than the official Lego ones, same as the back as well, but I think he has a, you know, just a lot cleaner print than the official Lego, and even this helmet piece is nicely molded, you know, looks good. Black Manta. Now Black Manta is a bit different. His helmet piece, now in terms of print, is again pretty much spot on. Good metallic coloring, good helmet and stuff. He has a little plant there, but he's got a slight difference to the official one in that his helmet actually requires a basic assembly. The official one, all these pieces are connected together, but with the Sheng one, these rubbery pipes are separated from the helmet piece, so you got to build that yourself. And when you get it out from the bag, which is not necessarily a bad thing because you can see it does stay in there quite well, it doesn't fall apart or anything. There's the back print again, they didn't skip out on that, so that's good. So yeah, it's a pretty good figure, just slightly different in terms of build, but the final look is pretty much the same. Finally, we have the Sinestro here, again a very, very good print, very good indeed. All coloring is pretty much accurate. It's got the weapon just like in the actual set, and there's the back. Again, it's pretty good. Nice print overall. This isn't the first Sinestro they've done. They've done like Sinestro before, but not this version, of course. They had like a movie-ish design version before in their 8-pack Green Lantern set. So there you go. This wave is slightly of a mixed bag, I guess. It's very colourful indeed, the Super Justice League thing going on, and that's nice. Robin's very nice here. All of the dark pieces with light coloured, dark pieces with white prints on them are better than Lego because they actually use enough paint. So that's good. No pieces are missing, no pieces are loose, everything's a good clutch. The plastic does feel good in the hand. I do have to notice that after building a lot of these in one go, usually I'll get a bunch of these on Sunday or something from the toy street, and I'll come home, I'll build all of them, and then I'll maybe film one of the reviews or two of the reviews in one night. But when I build all of these bootlegs, usually my hand feels a bit sticky by the end, and it's probably because of the oil they use to make sure the plastic doesn't get stuck in the mold. And Lego has that as well, but Lego's a lot cleaner, a lot less oily, so you don't really notice it. But these ones you do notice after building a lot. So after building a lot of these, maybe 2 or 3 sets, I might have to wash my hands because it gets kind of annoying and uncomfortable. It just feels dirty. So that's one thing to note. I haven't really mentioned this before in any of my videos, but that's something I'm noticing more and more that I can't really ignore anymore. Sometimes, it's fine, I'm just putting some toys, my hand feels a bit dirty, it'll make sense. But no, it doesn't make, after a while, it is definitely noticeable. So that's something to notice. And if you have noticed that as well, leave a comment below and see, how it feels. You can tell people how it feels maybe in the comments. But anyway, apart from that, this set is decent. If you don't have any of these characters already, then there's a good fill-up, I guess. But if you do plan on picking up any of the Yuan bootleg sets, they're copying of the official DC sets, then there's not really any point in picking these up, aside from having maybe an extra spare figure or 2. But in terms of, like I said, the big Yuan sets, the price difference between sets aren't actually that big anymore compared to official Lego sets. I don't feel like I'm paying for a really nice price budget set. I feel like I'm paying a third of the Lego pieces, but I'm maybe getting also a third quality. If I was paying a quarter of the price and getting the third quality or half quality, and then that'd still be a good deal. But big sets don't really feel like good deals to me anymore. Especially when they're actually getting more expensive to get, so a lot of the times I can't really recommend bigger sets anymore. So I don't really recommend getting the Yuan sets. If you're going to get a big set, then you almost might as well just get the official ones. Yes, the big sets are still cheaper overall, but they're not cheap enough to warrant, I think, for the most part. As for the minifigures, they're still, good price to get, because these minifigures cost way too much in the aftermarket if you just want the figures and not the big sets. So these are still a very good deal, and these still cost about 50 Hong Kong dollars, so that's about £4 or about $6 US for an entire set, and you get a lot of accessories and stuff, so it's a pretty good deal still. Superman still sucks in Yuan mods though, so fix that. He's probably going to suck in the big sets as well. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button, the subscribe button, also leave a comment below. And hey, you might want to check out the first ever Yuan DC SuperHeroes set and see how far they've gone since then. I'll put that video annotation link in this video somewhere. Hope I don't forget, that would be really embarrassing. But you can also leave a comment below on what you feel about these sets, old sets, and maybe what you want to see in the future. And if you want to support this channel even more, so I can do more videos more often, do more videos on bigger sets, then you can head over to Patreon set and support this channel a bit more. So I would appreciate that a lot. I can do more videos for you guys, and you guys get to see more stuff, and I get to do more of what I like. I enjoy doing these, they're fun. But most importantly, take care, have a nice day, I'll see you soon, bye bye now.